Hey guys, Grimscreed here, and today we're bringing you a tutorial on Trials Evolutions for Squirrels Have Eyes. Now, your first squirrel is on D license. Very first thing you do, get yourself to the end of the track, win the race, get hit by a basketball, get hit by a log, get hit by a load of squirrels, get squashed by a piano, and if you stay long enough and watch on, you actually get hit by a train. Quite amusing. Next one, we're on Sunset Stripped. Now, Sunset Stripped, you have to reverse at the beginning, which I'll show you because I got carried away and thought I was racing again. I keep doing that throughout this video, actually. So you want to reverse it up and hit the back fence, and you'll set off some fireworks. That will drop a ramp a little bit further down the down the track. God, can tell I haven't had my tea this morning. So yeah, work your way through the map, looking almost as cool as I do. I'm sure there's plenty of other Trials players out there that are a lot better than I am. I mean, look at that. Get up a hill. Can't get up a hill. Terrible. But yes, work your way through the map, and when you eventually get to this next bit over here, there is a ramp that would not be there if you hadn't set the fireworks off. Climb up the ramp, break through the fence, fail at getting up a piece of wooden plank, and drop yourself into this metal container. And there is squirrel number 2. Okay, squirrel number 3, we're going on to Strike. And now on Strike, excuse me, you have to go about the quarter to halfway through the map, and you'll see this drop bit here. Again, here I am, I'm like, yes, go, go. Wait, no, squirrel, we're doing squirrel recording, Adam, not racing, so we'll go back. And you basically want to drop down this little gap when I eventually get there. God, reverse is so slow. You want to drop down here and land, and then drive through this door, and you'll get one of these little backflip kind of ramp things. Back it up a little, and then rag it up this ramp here. Get inside here, and make sure you hit the plank. Don't hit the plank, don't get the squirrel. There we go. And there is your next squirrel. Next one we're going on to now is Cliff Jumper. Cliff Jumper is right at the very beginning. This may take a couple of attempts. As you can see, it took me 3 attempts. Failed on the first, bosh, like a pro. Failed on the second, and I should have cut it out, but I thought, you know, just show you how difficult it can be. Failed on the second. Third time lucky, and I get it on the third time. And you have to drop down very carefully, and you want to be going backwards, and then just roll backwards until eventually you get squashed by a big boulder. There it is, and there is your 4th squirrel. Next one we're going on to is Rock Steady. Now I skipped out the beginning of the bit, because basically all you have to do is complete the track and cross the finish line. Doesn't matter if you fail 20,000 times. Well, I don't think you can fail 20,000 times. I think it kicks you off the map by that point. But still, you can fault as many times as you like. Faceplant, woohoo! And then show off again, faceplant, woohoo! And we'll go over and we'll actually cross the finish line now. Cross the finish line, and when you've done that, all you need to do is nothing. Just wait. Don't skip to results. Don't do anything. Just wait. You have a series of explosions. And then we'll have one more big explosion. There we go. And within a few seconds after that big explosion, you should get your next squirrel, which is right there. There we go. Couldn't time that quite that well. Right, so now we're on to Sewage Plant. Sewage Plant is a pain in the backside. You have to get to the point where you go over the 3 little water bursts, and then don't go down the next ramp. Don't drop down the bit just in front. As you can see there, the 3 little water things are behind me. You need to rev up this and bail out. And eventually, I think I get it on the next one. I'm not too sure. It might be the one after. Can't remember. I've recorded so many different tracks on here, obviously, to get these squirrels that you kind of forget. So I have to remind myself. But yeah, there we go. Get it on this one. And you have to bail out so you land up here. So, buzzing. 16 attempts. Not that bad. I've seen worse. Next one, we're on Suspense. Now, Suspense, you want to go about halfway through the map, and you'll get to this little swinging pendulum part, which is just here. The bike was very loud then. And you don't want to go off it the first time. You want to wait, and you want to let it back up a little bit. And then when it's done that, as it goes forwards and peaks at the very top again, you want to floor the bike, and you'll end up riding up through a gap just here, where the squirrels are having a picnic. How nice. They didn't even invite me. Anyway, next map we're moving on to now is Titan Graveyard. And on Titan Graveyard, you want to get just past the bird cages bit when you fly through. So welly it down this ramp, slope, whatever you want to call it, through the bird cages. Don't do what I do in a minute and think, oh, I'm doing good time. Well, I'm not, according to that. In the top corner it says I'm slower, but still. And you want to go down here, but you don't want to go down as fast as I did. So luckily I hit the checkpoint. But when you get to this point here, you want to reverse. again, not following, should I say, the basic instincts of Trials Evolutions, where you're meant to go forward, and you've got to go backwards. And there is your next lot of squirrels. How lovely. Next map we're on is Meltdown. Meltdown, you have to reverse at the beginning, as I shall show you now when it skips this bit. Come on, there we go. And you want to set yourself on fire. And basically the object then is to complete the entire track without faulting or exploding and get to the finish line. When you get to the finish line, you'll get your next lot of squirrels. I'm going to leave the video running to show you that I actually did it, and that the squirrels pop up, and that I'm not lying to you. I don't know why I stopped narrating there. I think I'll join in again now. But yeah, I don't know if obviously people watch the video, they've already done the squirrel hunt, or they're looking for other squirrels. I don't know. A lot of people I know do use YouTube to do it. I didn't, if I'm completely honest. I decided to work it out for myself. I mean, we pay money for these games, so we should find the stuff that we paid the money for. Get the most of our money. Next one, Mindbender, and what you want to do is you want to work your way through to the watery cube. Now when you get to the watery cube, you want to bail out. Now this one was quite funny when I found this one, actually, because I bailed out just by accident. I wanted to see if I could float around in the cube. And so yeah, and re-recorded it again, because I realised that when I was fucking about on the first time, I actually found a squirrel. So I did it again and recorded it. So there we go. Power plant. This one's about a quarter of the way, halfway through. And what you want to do is you want to get to this bit with these little red speed bumps. You don't want to go any more forward, and again do the opposite of what you're meant to do on trials, and go backwards. And keep going backwards, and keep going backwards. Do a series of backflips, woo, and splash down into a watery pool next to the squirrel. Okie dokie. Next one we're going on to is Swamp Fever. This one is a pain in the backside. Not only can I not stand this map, but you have to do another bailout. Now you actually, as I've learnt, you have to bail out before that plank of wood. So you have to kind of go up here and bail out just there. But I'd thought that I could cheat and try and bail out a bit further forward, as you'll see now, and it just sticks underneath it. So I was like, okay, that's not working for me. And you have to go over the top there. Excuse me, land there, and you will get your next squirrel. Next one, we're on Physics Factory. Now, Physics Factory is a lovely, lovely... No, I hate it again. It's another one I can't stand. But nonetheless, not too far. Right off the beginning, off the go. You want to launch yourself up this ramp, and you'll land on this bouncy thingy down here in a minute after this one. And you don't want to go any further than that. You want to bounce on it and stay on it and wait for a second. Let yourself steady back out. I went a bit OTT on the bouncing. And you want to, yet again, reverse. And just keep reversing. And when you're done reversing, which I think I am nearly done reversing. There we go. You will get packed up in a nice little box. The squirrels open the door to have a quick peek. Hiya! And have a look and laugh at you because you've been packed and they're not. So there's your next lot of rules. After that we're going on to Around the Ranch. Again, another map I cannot stand. But hey, I'm a noob, what can I say? Easiest way, drop down here. Don't try and go over the top unless you're pro. And yet again, you're going to reverse. You'll reverse enough to the porter cabin. Lou in the background explodes. And there is your next squirrel. Okay, last track we're going to do for this video, and then we'll go on to part 2, is the Red Links Motor Jam. Again, nice and simple, right at the very beginning. What you want to do is you want to go far enough up the logs, and in a minute, just in the distance there, you'll see some fireworks go off, but you need to go up just a little bit and set the fireworks off. When you've done that, go backwards again. They like going backwards on this to find your squirrels. This is if you... Well, to be fair, I suppose it's a good logic. You never think to go backwards on a map where you're meant to be going forwards. So, but yeah, it works. And there is your 15th squirrel. Join me on part 2 and I'll show you where the rest of the squirrels are. 5 more to go. Grimm's Creed and I'm out.